Okay, I am here with the Executive Committee of the Department of Boards and Councils for the NCEA. From our left, we have Sandra Leatherwood, Stephanie Welling, Dr. Thompson Fowler, and, Dr. Haney, Dr. Regina Haney, and Dr. Thompson Fowler. If you'll just introduce each of yourselves and give me a little bit of background of who you are and where you come from, that'd be great.
I'm Sandra Leatherwood. I'm the Assistant Superintendent from the Diocese of Charleston, and I represent Region 3.
I'm Stephanie Welling. I'm the Associate Superintendent for St. Louis, Missouri, for the Archdiocese of St. Louis, and I represent Region 6, which is the Plain States.
Okay, Regina Haney. I'm the Executive Director of the Boards Department of NCEA.
And I'm Thompson Fowler. I'm a Professor of Medical Ethics at the University of Portland in Oregon. I represent Region 7 and serve on the Board of Directors for the NCEA.
Okay. All right, so you guys have chosen 7 awards and recognized 7 different boards through the NCEA. It looks like we have the Charleston Catholic School Board, the Christ Our King Stella Maris School Board, the DeSales Catholic School Board of Trustees, Our Lady of Grace School Board, St. Irene School Board, St. Mary's Academy Board of Directors, and the Santa Fe Catholic High School Board of Trustees. Speak to me about why you chose each of those boards to be outstanding.
Well, they're common elements. First of all, we hold them up now as models to other boards around the country because of several reasons. They're strategic thinkers, they're visionary folks, and they roll their sleeves up and do the work. So they look at what are the needs of the school, and how can we as a board provide the hard work and leadership to respond to those needs. So as we look at the descriptions of each of those 7 awardees, they're the common elements because they had a vision and they went after that vision. They realized that vision.
Are any of these boards multiple recipients?
Not in this particular group, they are not. But it's certainly possible that one of the boards could do another program that is considered to be unique and outstanding. And best practices is one of the sort of key phrases that we use. And what we also look for is not just something that they have done, but something that will be able to be duplicated by other school boards around the country to help them with their development.
Very good. Okay, and speak to me a little bit more about the, O'Neill DeMoore Award that you awarded to Dr. John Convey.
Well, we recognize an individual. You had mentioned that a number of boards. This is an individual who has impacted boards nationally. Dr. John Conde has published research that he did with regard to boards. What are some benchmarks, some statistically significant characteristics of effective boards? And we have used those to help us identify these outstanding boards. What are the characteristics that make for an effective board? And these boards you spoke of are the boards that said, yeah, this is how we made these come alive in our work. So we recognized him. He is from the Catholic University of America and works with boards around the country as the boards work with their schools in developing long-range strategic plans, setting directions for the schools. So he raised up the board's role in this important responsibilities of boards to set the direction for their schools or their dioceses.
Speak to me a little bit about the process that these boards and or these award winners are chosen from. Are they suggested to you? Are there ballots? How does that work?
The boards actually fill out an application. The applications are on our website, and we do, as regional representatives, do encourage boards in our particular areas that we feel are outstanding to go ahead and complete the application process. It's a rather extensive process, and they do have to do some, extensive work together in order to comply with the application. Once we receive the application, there is a subcommittee of our executive committee that actually reads through all of the applications, brings them forth to our committee meeting, and we review the applications, and then we vote on the ones that we feel deserve the award.
Okay, and speak to me a little bit about the highlights that you're taking away from this conference as a whole. What are you bringing home and going to try to implement immediately?
One of the things things that I think that our department really stresses is not only in the importance of what we can bring from outside consultants or experts to share with our board members at the conference, but also those board award winners. Part of their responsibility is to present to other boards, and those are some of the workshops that we've encouraged teachers and principals and other administrators to attend. The workshops have been excellent, really excellent. You can see the work that the board does just multiplied throughout the country.
What I will bring back personally to my own diocese is all the excitement and the enthusiasm for good board development. It's a golden opportunity with people that I've met just in passing through, even just walking through the convention center. People that have done exciting things with boards. And to be able to say, these are the trends that are happening across the country and bringing those into our own diocese. I think that's very exciting.
Well, for me, when I look at these boards, these are lay people. They're volunteers, so to speak. But as you can see, they do more than volunteer. They're just so committed to Catholic education. So for me, it's to see these lay people giving their time and energy and collaborating with the school's administration to ensure the vitality and sustainability of Catholic education. So I leave as a greater advocate for the involvement of the laity. By laity, I mean those outside the school and those who make up an important part of the school community but are not in the day-to-day management. But their commitment, and I want to be a great advocate for their involvement.
And it's become obvious in today's environment that the Catholic school has changed a great deal, where it was so exclusively a parish school where the pastor had most everything to say about the operation of the school. Really in the changing church in that particular environment, the role of the laity has become very, very important, and certainly governance and the sustainability of those schools, that a lot of responsibility has fallen on that particular group. And that's been reinforced as we go across the country, seeing the schools that have been successful are those that truly have had a strong board. And that supports the principal, of course, and the pastor, the archbishop, at whatever level the school happens to be.
Very good. And how about personally, which has been your favorite keynote speaker or presenter?
Well, I have to say I enjoyed the keynoter, Father Michael Himes, from Boston University. Is it Boston College? Boston University.
Boston College.
Yeah, he was just excellent and very, very inspiring, and I think energized the group at the beginning of the conference. I just thought it was wonderful.
Good.
Yes. He helped us bring what we want to achieve into focus, because we can really, as administrators, we can get focused on the academics and what you make in test scores and curriculum, but he brought it into focus as what we really are mandated to do, and that is to make a good human being.
Yes, he certainly tied it in with the church. After all, that is what we are all about. I mean, it's obviously education, but Catholic education. And Father did a wonderful job of tying all that together.
Well, for me, Archbishop Amon, I think he lived what Father Himes was presenting. And Archbishop Amon does engage people in conversation. And he lives those gospel values. And he's always about tomorrow. And helping us better understand our relationship with God and how important that is, but in rich conversation, growing and expanding Catholic education and Catholic schools in particular.
Very good. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us before we produce the video?
Well, one of the things that I think we would all like to kind of mention is that each of our award-winning boards receives a banner, and it's a huge banner that they can hang outside of their school that announces to everyone that they are an outstanding board. They are very excited about having the banner. It really tells their whole community all about them, and it also inspires others in their community to say, wonder how they got that award, and to begin to do their own work toward gaining that recognition.